I did the stupidest thing on earth. I've even shocked myself, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I can't believe I would do something so dumb, but I'm also not surprised because even though I've got a degree and I like to consider myself quite emotionally intelligent and, thought-provoking and smart, dare I say it, I have absolutely no logic whatsoever. And you guys are gonna die. So, you know the House Lab foundation that I always use? I mean, I've had it for about a year and a half, right? And you've seen how I've used it like this. I've always taken it off, I've always dashed it on my face like that, and then I've blended it out. And I did think, like, for such an expensive bottle and such a high quality product, I was confused why the application was so bad. Like, that just doesn't get into the nooks and crannies of the face, right? And then I've seen so many influencers using a pump, and I just thought to myself, like, all right, the store just obviously didn't give me a pump, and I'm a bit annoyed about it because, I mean, I paid the money for it and I kind of would like the same application as everyone else. After a year and a half, I went back to my bottle and I just lifted off the lid. The embarrassment, the actual shame. This is the first time that I've ever used the pump. I wonder if it's even gonna work. Yeah. There we go. Gosh, didn't do that very well. Isn't that shocking? I mean, at 30 years of age, you would think that I had a bit of common sense to know that that was the way to open the bottle, to even try. I never even tried lifting the lid, but I am today years old that I realised my foundation bottle has a pump lid, and now I've just messed it up. Tell me your dumbest secrets. I'm not just talking about, like, even this. Tell me something even worse that you've done that has made you feel like, wow, I thought I had a brain cell. I want to know in the comments. I mean, I'm chuffed, but I'm also very shocked with myself. I thought I had better IQ than that. Today is Easter Sunday, and I'm going to go round to my friends for a barbecue. She's Italian. I think that's kind of like the culture that they do in Italy. Like every like Easter Sunday, they have a barbecue, which I think is really cute. I mean, it just shows like how Italians are just so centered around food and family and community, you know? I like that. So I'm gonna go round to hers today and it's gonna be fun. Sundays are my like party days now because of working in hospitality. I have to. I'm not really out Fridays and Saturdays anymore, mainly because I'm working. And so tonight, it's Easter Sunday, it's the weekend, bank holiday weekend. I'm hoping it's going to be a fun one. Well, it's going to be a fun one for me. Any case, what are you guys doing? Are you doing anything fun this weekend? Who has been keeping up on the Coachella performances? Obviously, Charli XCX just fucking smashed it. We love Charli XCX. I did think initially that her Brat Summer was a bit of a like PR campaign, which it kind of was, but then I'm like, you know what, girl, you deserve it. You deserve that like widespread recognition because you are just such an artist. And yeah, just watching her confidence on stage is just incredible, no? Incredible, performing to all the bands. Oh my gosh, I'm turning so Gen Z. Oh, wow. I put on the highlighter when my skin's quite dewy and actually it's just blended in really nicely. Whereas like usually it doesn't because I put it on maybe when my skin's a bit dry or like towards the end of the makeup and it's just blended in perfectly. Oh, I do think that like I'm getting quite good at my makeup if I say so myself. Okay. I'm not going to go in with much contour today because also another dumb thing that I realised, and again, I'm really not the most observant, I can give myself that. I have had this brush for years. years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Since I was 21, I'm going to say. Maybe 22. And I've always used it for my highlighter, and it's never sat 100% right. But I thought this is a highlighter brush. Thought it's a highlighter brush. Then all of a sudden I picked it up and I started using it for my bronzer, and I was like, wow, it's so good for contour. And then I turned it over, and it's probably backwards, but it says flat contour. No, it's not just one mistake, it's two. Shocked. Any case, look how good it is for contour. Unreal, babes, unreal. It just sits perfectly. It's so good. And I think because this brush has like a bit of residue of the highlighter on, it kind of sits quite, brings out a little bit of a glowy and a blushy. It's got a bit of blusher on it as well. It actually just blends in so nicely, and it comes out with such a nice colour. It's nice. I feel like I'm going to keep this brush as like multi-use. It looks really nice and subtle. Where else are we going to put bronzer? I always put a bit on my chin. Just a little bit to define the contour. Yeah, this one is so good. Started trying to outline my nose a little bit. I don't know, my nose is quite sharp, which is fine. I'm happy with my nose, but I kind of want to make it a bit cutie. I know that if you just do a round little bit there, it makes it cutesy. Ah, there we go. Are we happy with that? Now, do I put pink on the tip of my nose or bronzer? Pink or bronzer? Oh, I really wanted to use a filter to help me decide next time. I'm going to do that for my makeup. I'm going to go in with pink, because that is where I get sun-kissed the most. Okay, cute. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And a bit of, I've started seeing this influencer, I can't remember her name, Aria, she's a bop on TikTok and other platforms, and she does her makeup like this and she looks so cutesy, so I'm basically just copying her. Am I going to go in with a bit of highlighter on the already creamed highlighter? Just a little bit, because I love actually using my skin is so dewy. I feel like now that I know how to apply this properly, it's making a difference. And look, it just sits so nice on top. All right, summer is highlighter season, basically. And then maybe I'll just tie it all together. I love this blush for summer. Benefit is mini. And this one, actually, in comparison to their main one, is more orangey. And actually orange, a little bit of orange, is quite nice on my skin because I'm so fair. I like the paler blushes, like they suit me a lot more than the more intense reds, because otherwise it makes me look like I've been blushing like crazy, basically. So I love to go in like quite a lot with this one, because also it's got like a little hidden shimmer to it as well. You can't see, but like maybe you can now, I don't know. Place it up here. And also this is kind of like a contour stick too. It's so nice, so you can be really precise with it. And yeah, here's good. I'm gonna put a bit of bronzer on my nose as well. I just feel like the tip is looking a little bit too like rosy, and I just feel like a little bit here. Kind of like show that I've been in the sun. Guys, am I gonna do freckles today? Am I gonna do freckles? I did miss the trend last year because nobody knows why, but I did, and now this year I'm really into it. So freckles come to me. I don't use anything in particular. I just use this Revolution eyeshadow palette and just anything will kind of do. Let's take this. Let's take this one. I actually go in with the dark shimmer, this one. Up here a little bit. Because I usually do them around my nose. Around the nose is better. Tap them in, I guess. And we're good to go. Mwah. Vaseline. Happy bank holiday weekend to all those who celebrate. Happy Easter. Mwah.